If you're looking for a dog trainer in the Huntsville, Alabama area, check out Top Gun Dog Training. They've got a stellar reputation with nothing but 5-star reviews on Google and Facebook. Top Gun Dog Training specializes in training puppies as well as behavior modification for adult dogs. You can check them out at topgundogtraining.com. I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers free advice and tips for raising a happy, healthy, and obedient puppy. For more information on this podcast, visit us online at puppytalkpodcast.com. Welcome to Puppy Talk episode number 133. I'm your host, Dale Buchanan. Today I'm going to talk about whether you should teach your puppy tricks or not. I work with a lot of people that get a new puppy that's 8 or 10 weeks old, and the first thing they do is they start teaching the puppy to shake, to high five, to roll over. And in this podcast, I want to talk about the pros and cons of doing that and why it may not be a good idea for a young puppy. Let's get started. A lot of times people want their puppy to shake so they could take a video of it, put it on Instagram, Facebook, show their friends that their dog can shake. And that's really a lot of fun. It's a nice trick. It's a nice thing for the puppy to do. But there are problems that can come with that if you teach the puppy too soon and you don't focus on other things first. The things that you want to focus on with a new puppy right away are teaching the puppy its name, teaching it to walk on a leash, getting it potty trained, getting it acclimated to a crate, and teaching it to stay so you can control the puppy's space. If you're working on something like shake or high five, you're spending time working on something that is not going to help you with obedience, discipline, and managing the puppy from getting in trouble. You teaching the puppy fun things, but what you really want to be focusing on is creating rules, boundaries, leadership, a schedule, and the puppy getting 16 to 18 hours of sleep a day. Another thing that happens when you teach your puppy to shake is they think that they can paw you all the time. I've seen this happen a lot. They say, paw, give me your paw, and the puppy's always pawing new people that they meet, thinking this is the appropriate greeting. And it gets annoying after a while, especially if it's a retriever like a golden or a lab and they get very big, they start pawing people, and it can actually hurt if their nails aren't clipped or when they get very strong and they're slightly uncoordinated before they get all of their muscle and mind coordination together yet, they can actually hurt somebody by doing that. So you don't want to focus on paw or shake right away. You want to focus on the other things that I just mentioned. Another thing that happens when you start teaching your puppy paw or shake and they give you your paw is that when you start teaching the hand signal for sit, which is the palm facing up in front of their face so they can see that hand signal, they start bringing their paw and putting it on your hand because you taught them paw or shake early on. Now you have a conflict. You have a confused dog. They don't know what you want. And then the owners get frustrated because the puppy isn't paying attention to the hand signal and everything is going wrong. And that time, when I'm working with the client, I ask the client, what is the first thing you taught the puppy? And sure enough, it was paw or shake or something like that. When you teach a puppy to roll over, it's just as bad. The second command that we teach puppy after sit is down. When we have a puppy that is in a down, stay on a place or a bed, we can control their space. They're not allowed to go off of that place or bed, and they can't go around and have potty accidents and start chewing everything and getting themselves into trouble. This is the very first thing I taught my dog Dixie at 10 weeks old on May the 5th, 2020. I still have videos on my phone. I still show my clients. Every new client I get, I show them these videos of Dixie. I taught her to go to her bed, stay. She can't move until I release her with the word okay. Very first day I taught my dog that so she can't roam around the house and get in trouble. A lot of people don't do this. They want to teach their puppy tricks, so they teach their puppy to roll over. And then when they get into obedience training and we cue the puppy to down, the puppy rolls over. This isn't good because So rolling over is actually an appeasement gesture. It's the puppy showing another dog or a human or any animal that I'm not a threat. I'm going to roll over on my back and I want you to rub my belly, and they're submissive. It's a lack of confidence as well. We don't want puppies to be lacking confidence. Many years ago, I worked with a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. They taught the puppy to roll over. It went halfway on its back and it peed everywhere all the time, every time somebody would come in the house. And I said, don't reward your puppy for rolling over anymore, because it's taking away the puppy's confidence. It's taking away the puppy's ability to focus and to engage and to stay obedient and disciplined when you need to control them and control their space. They understood that, and they stopped rewarding the rollover, and the submissive and excited urination went away immediately. So there are a lot of reasons why teaching tricks early on can get in the way of obedience training later on. And then there are tricks for dogs that are much older, that are canine tricks. You see these off-leash dogs in parks like Belgian Malinois and Border Collies and things like that. They're jumping up in the air. They're catching Frisbees, bringing them back. They do agility training. They do other things. Well, that's not tricks. That's sport training. Those are actually sports. That's okay, but you're not going to really get into sport training with puppies and have them do all of this high intensity work with their bodies until they're full grown, because their joints aren't fused together yet. So you don't want to get into the habit of teaching your puppy trick training too early on, because it could get in the way of obedience training. And you don't want you teach your puppy to do sport training too early on, because it could have an effect on their joints and stunt their growth. That's a bad thing. Again, in review, you really want to focus on obedience, discipline, rules, boundaries, structure. I'm not saying you can't play with your puppy. In the schedule that I give my clients, and they create a structure for the puppy, there is a section for play. There's a section for training. There's a section for leash walking. There's a section for potty breaks. There's a section for meals. There's a section for affection. And there's a lot of sleep. So it's not taking away anything from your puppy to not do the tricks. My opinion is it gets in the way of the puppy learning what they should learn early on, so that you have a well-behaved dog later on. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have any questions about the episode, you can contact me through the website, puppytalkpodcast.com. Have a great day.